Top 5 KPI discussions, right? So, I'd like to know, what do you guys think are, some KPI discussion and top things we need to retain customers? So let's go around the room. Scott, do you have any ideas?
I've got an idea, and I'm kind of throwing it out there. I think that at time of sale, we should have some kind of card or something, and do it, especially on used, do a 10% discount for that VIN number for the time of getting that vehicle.
Okay.
To try to bring it back.
Let me take that back with the free stuff. What I will tell you is that some of you aren't even tracking first oil changes, new and used. I could look you straight in the eye and say, what's your percentage on used cars right now coming back in the service department? And you wouldn't be able to tell me a good percentage. You wouldn't be able to say 80% of them are coming back and doing business with us. Right? Come on. That's the basic stuff, man. Basic stuff is you guys are selling, some of you are selling 80 to 100 cars a month, and you don't have a system and track to bring them back into service and know where you're at 3 to 6 months now. Now, everybody's good at new because they're on warranty. So you can kind of stumble over, having 80%. Maybe Maple Ridge not so much because they might be selling some cars, some vehicles, but Maple Ridge is the only store that is a multiple store at PMA. Okay, the rest of you are on single point stores, right? So, the new is easy. Anybody can make sure they have a high pen. It's the used sales. How many of you have a really good system to track used cars coming back into our service department? And are we booking the first appointment? Right? And then, okay, so let's just say some of you are really good at the first appointment. How good are you on the second one? Or are they now going to Canadian oil change? Wash and clean every vehicle. Who here thinks that they're really good at making sure they're giving the customer the vehicle back better than the way they got it? Okay, you guys are? Pre-book next appointment. This is such a no-brainer. This is such a no-brainer. It baffles me that we're not doing it at 100%. So I want you to think about it. You're a businessman. You have your own business. You have a customer coming in doing business with you. And you're letting them leave knowing that they were going to require more maintenance in 6 months or a year, depending on how they drive. You're letting them leave without booking their next appointment. Does that make any good business sense to you? Any of you? That you wouldn't have a process to make sure that every single customer that came through your service department had their next booking? If you don't have that written down to make sure it happens at 100%, I'm going to force feed you, okay? That process will be force fed by me personally at every store. It is a job requirement and a mandate for every service manager to make sure that every customer that comes to their service department, they have a process that has booked their next appointment, just like the dentist. I call it the dentist initiative. I cannot go into the dentist. They all went to a conference and they came up with one thing. Who likes to go to the dentist? Nobody. So they said, what should we do? Nobody's going to come to the dentist without us having a system. Do you think people like to come to service departments and spend money? Probably the same as a dentist. So what did the dentist people do? They said, you know what? Let's put this 100% process in, and that no matter what, they can't get out of our place without booking the next appointment. And guess what? 99% of every dentist across Canada has this iron-proof process and system that when you go in there, they're going to book the next appointment. They have reminders sent to you. They have text sent to you. They have email sent to you. They have links if you on confirmation, yes or no. So, pre-book next appointment is a mandate at every store, man. That's just good business. Needs to be a line item on the work orders so that the next appointment's booked. Scott, can we make sure that happens in Sunrise? Okay. If you need help tracking stuff, then let's get the receptionist. When I first bought Kelowna Hyundai, my receptionist was just like someone like Jessica. They did everything. Okay, I had them doing all kinds of stuff for me when we first bought Kelowna Hyundai. Her name is Brittany, but she was tracking all kinds of stuff for me, right? So we'll keep going here. The dentist initiative has to be one of the biggest takeaways.